Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the source material to show you why buying an older, used Lexus isn't just a good backup plan. It's honestly a vastly smarter choice than buying brand new. Look, Lexus built its entire legendary reputation on one unwavering promise: bulletproof reliability. But recently, well, things have changed pretty dramatically. We're going to use this analysis to guide you through exactly which older models give you that amazing premium luxury feel, while completely skipping the massive depreciation and modern headaches.
We've got to start with a really massive question, because the latest data strongly indicates that chasing new automotive trends could actually leave you stranded and totally out of pocket. You'd probably assume that dropping over $100,000 on a brand new luxury SUV guarantees total peace of mind, right? But as we unpack these recent manufacturing shifts, you'll see exactly why driving the newest model off the showroom floor might literally be a six-figure mistake just waiting to happen.
Section 1. The modern Lexus problem, chasing trends. Let's dive right into the philosophical shift that completely altered the brand's legendary reputation for reliability.
The core issue is pretty simple, honestly. The manufacturer has been actively replacing their rock-solid drivetrains and tactile physical controls with smaller, hyper-complex, and highly failure-prone technologies. They started chasing trends. We're talking about turbocharging engines that simply didn't need it, and drowning beautiful interiors in heavily digitized touchscreens. This massive shift has brought a wave of recalls and reliability concerns to a brand that used to be virtually immune to them.
Section 2. The purist sedans, racing against time. These are the driving purists' absolute dream cars, and they are rapidly disappearing from the market.
Take the 2021 to 2025 IS 350, for example. The crucial takeaway here is that buyers are literally racing against the clock. This facelift gave us the last rear-wheel-drive Lexus sports sedan powered by a naturally aspirated V6 engine, the proven 2GR FKS. What does that actually mean for you? It means no turbo lag, and no giant hybrid battery pack stealing all your trunk space, just a silky smooth engine that absolutely loves to be revved. Plus, the older IS retains real, physical buttons for your climate controls, meaning you can actually adjust the AC without taking your eyes off the road to go poking at a screen. Once the IS gets its next redesign, it moves to a heavily digitized, hybrid-only future. This naturally aspirated chapter is closing for good.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the GS 350. It's a discontinued legend offering a sports sedan driving dynamic that you simply cannot buy new anymore. Produced from 2016 to 2020, it paired that incredibly proven V6 with a double wishbone front suspension. That gives you a classic rear-wheel drive handling balance that modern front-wheel drive crossovers literally can't replicate no matter how much software tuning they throw at it. Inside, you've got genuine wood, real leather, and a cabin completely insulated from road noise. There is no modern equivalent coming to replace this car, making a well-maintained GS a brilliantly smart buy.
Section 3. Reliable commuters and legends, redefining longevity. Let's shift gears and look at the ultimate budget-friendly commuter, along with a legendary flagship.
If you're eyeing the budget-friendly CT200, you absolutely have to target the 2014 to 2017 facelift. A quick look at its history shows exactly why. The early models from 2011 to 2013 had a pretty rough reputation. They were super prone to head gasket failures because a clogged EGR system restricted coolant flow and created these nasty localized hotspots. But here's the secret. Lexus quietly fixed this devastating engine flaw for the 2014 model year. They completely redesigned the engine block, pistons, and cooling channels. That specific fix is the entire reason the later models are such a smart buy. It's a premium commuter that gets over 40 miles per gallon and frankly just refuses to break down. And hey, to ease any long-term ownership anxiety about the hybrid system, a refurbished or replacement hybrid battery pack for this specific commuter typically costs under $1,500. That is a mere fraction of what most people assume hybrid battery replacements cost, which keeps the overall running costs for the CT200H incredibly low.
Let's dig a little deeper. We're looking at the older LS430. Specifically the 2004 to 2006 models. This flagship sedan is widely considered the absolute high watermark of old-school Japanese overengineering, and it completely outshines its newer replacements. See, the early LS460 that followed it was plagued by complex control arm wear, failing electronic brake actuators, and dashboard plastics that literally practically melted in the sun. And the current LS500? Well, it relies on a twin turbocharged engine and complex air suspension that just gives more things a chance to break. The LS430 bypassed all of that nonsense.
500,000 miles. Seriously, the crucial point here is that this 4.3-liter V8, paired with its ultra-durable 6-speed automatic, is engineered to easily clear 500,000 miles without degrading. Even decades into ownership, the interior switchgear, door seals, and chassis components resist rattling. It's a flagship sedan that, frankly, just doesn't break.
Section 4. The last great V6s, naturally aspirated. These are the absolute bread-and-butter vehicles where non-turbo engines made their final, highly refined stand.
The RX is the brand's bestseller, and let me tell you, the 2020 to 2022 generation completely nailed the formula. The older RX 350 is mechanically rock solid, running a 295 horsepower naturally aspirated V6. More importantly, in 2020, Lexus reinforced the passenger side front crash structure, making it vastly safer. Now compare that to the new 5th generation RX. The newer model swaps in a turbo 4-cylinder that noticeably drones under load. Plus, owners are reporting front strut assembly defects, jerky shifts, and chronic 12-volt battery drain issues that can literally leave you stranded. The older RX, it's safer, smoother, and totally avoids all of those headaches.
For the ES350, this specific 2022 to 2025 production window is literally the sweet spot. It marks the absolute end of an era before the lineup transitions entirely to hybrid or battery electric, meaning if you want one, you really need to act fast. This window guarantees you get a modern touchscreen, allowing you to bypass the old, highly frustrating console trackpad. Additionally, you're securing an engine completely free of the pre-2018 generation's design flaw, where piston oil control holes could let oil rings seize in place. This right here is the last great V6 ES, perfectly refined.
Section 5. Indestructible heavy-duty tanks. Heavy-duty reliability. Okay, we've reached the absolute top of the countdown, where the contrast between older durability and modern mechanical disasters is truly staggering.
Coming in at number 2 is the 2nd generation GX 460 from 2020 to 2023. This absolute tank wraps a heavy-duty, naturally aspirated 4.6-liter V8 in genuine luxury materials. Because it sat on the exact same platform for so long, it benefited from over 15 years of continuous production tweaking and refinement before it finally ended production.
What does 15 years of tweaking get you? An understressed engine engineered with enough assembly precision to easily conquer 300,000 miles. The build quality on this late-cycle version simply cannot be matched by a first-year, entirely new vehicle that's still working out all its production kinks.
Which brings us directly to why you should probably avoid its replacement. Contrast that legendary reliability with the brand new GX 550. Right now, it's plagued by a terrifying major safety recall, where machining debris left inside the twin-turbo V6 during manufacturing can actually contaminate the main bearings. That can cause a complete engine stall while you're out driving. Crazy, right? On top of that huge mechanical uncertainty, the new model swapped out genuine wood and double-stitched leather for harder, utilitarian plastics and narrower seats. Honestly, they feel like they belong in a lower-tier brand.
And that leads us to our absolute number 1 pick, the LX 570. Spanning from 2016 to 2021. The choice between this and the new model is painfully obvious. The LX 570 shares its bones with a legendary Land Cruiser and features a virtually indestructible 5.7-liter V8. Its replacement, the new LX 600, well, it shares that exact same twin-turbo engine debris recall we just talked about. But it actually gets worse. The LX 600's transmission has a software logic flaw that can fail to prevent an over-revving condition, leading to a transmission fluid leak that creates a literal fire risk. That's just one of 4 separate recalls it's faced. Add in the noticeable drop in interior quality with cheaper carpets and tinier sounding doors, and yeah, the older LX 570 completely outshines the new model.
Section 6. The golden buying rule. Look for the J.
Okay, before you go cross-shopping any of these mechanical masterpieces, there is one final vital takeaway from the source analysis to ensure you buy the exact right car. Always check that the vehicle identification number, or VIN, starts with the letter J. This J-VIN rule is your absolute guarantee that the vehicle was assembled in Japan. Getting a car from the Japanese assembly plants ensures you're getting the maximum build quality, the tightest tolerances, and the exact precision these older platforms are globally renowned for.
So, looking at the incredibly clear contrast we've mapped out today between indestructible, naturally aspirated engines with proven track records on one side and highly complex modern designs plagued by severe recalls and fire risks on the other, which of these models would you actually park in your driveway? Think really carefully before you head down to the dealership, because choosing one of these bulletproof classics could easily save you from a massive 6-figure mistake. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.